Right, look, this is a really big deal, okay? If you don't want to know the very secret contents of this War for Cybertron series-inspired, leader-class Netflix exclusive spoiler pack, leave the room now. Keep the video running, obviously, to make sure that all my stats stay up, but just, wait quietly in another room, okay? If you're on the bus or something, hand your phone to a fellow passenger and they'll tell you when it's done. Actually, make sure that they also don't want to know the contents of this War for Cybertron series-inspired, leader-class Netflix exclusive spoiler pack for them either. Maybe, I don't know, speak to the driver. No, you can't really speak to the driver, can you? You're not supposed to. Well, isn't this a lovely surprise? I wasn't expecting this to arrive until January. It's nice to actually be sent the toys you paid for once in a while. I'm a huge mark for evil variants of Optimus Prime. Whether it's Nemesis Prime, Scourge, Shattered Glass Prime, I just get a kick out of seeing my big pal in darker colour schemes. It speaks to the edgelord in me, I suppose. So when I hacked the mainframe to discover what was inside the second spoiler pack from the Netflix series, imagine my delight to see that it was Nemesis Prime. A repaint of the Siege Optimus Prime, but crucially with the Earthrise Optimus trailer, all decoed up in Decepticon blacks, teals and reds. Oh yes! I didn't get the first pack, and by the way, if you don't want to know the contents of that War for Cybertron series-inspired leader-class Netflix exclusive spoiler pack, turn your head and cough, because despite it being a favourite character of mine in Ultra Magnus, he just looked like he'd been stored in a house with a heavy smoker or something. But this new Nemesis Prime one, I was on this quicker than jam on a toilet seat. Now, the Siege Optimus mould is a lot of fun. Even if it was eclipsed by the Earthrise lad, it's nice to see it get another go. I dare say that the more angular, sharper feel works better for Nemesis anyway. Do I actually believe that? Sure, why not? He comes with the classic ion cannon as you'd expect, plus he's got these huge double cannons that clip onto his shoulders or his forearms, and they look eerily familiar to the Power of the Primes Nemesis set from a few years ago. Perhaps the most interesting inclusions are his two little pals, Fangtron and Giza. Fangtron's a little snake. How cute is that? He can turn into a ramp that connects onto the trailer, or he can turn into a shield, that tabs into Nemesis's arm. Here, do I actually believe that this is a shield? Nah. Giza is a sword that turns into a bird. Now, I know that this was a toy that we had exactly with the Power of the Primes Nemesis set, which is a little bit disappointing. And there's also another sword, the Dark Star Saber, included from that same set. But this whole pack is money for old rope, so how can I really be that annoyed? Now, all these parts are leader class sized, so with a Voyager like Nemesis here, they do feel like a bit of an afterthought, like me when people are writing up their birthday party invites. I do enjoy the transformation on this one, the way the windows part to allow the truck grille to come down, the mechanism that allows the wheels to come down also from the sides feels very satisfying, and altogether, that colour scheme's just perfect. Even poking his gun into the cab roof doesn't look that bad. And do I actually believe that this time? Yeah, maybe, yeah. The trailer is about as empty and useless as the Earthrise one, although this little fella remains. Unfortunately, there's no matrix for him to hold up in triumph, but he can get a loan of the Earthrise one for a little bit. He can also connect like Yoda to Nemesis Prime's back, so everyone's having a great time. So now, when I said that the Earthrise trailer is kinda useless, actually the trailer for this set is a little less so, because of just how much stuff the set comes with. The really annoying part is just how little thought seems to have gone into how they connect to the vehicle mode. Nothing tabs in or fits convincingly, to the point that you just have to throw everything into the trailer like you're mixing the world's least digestible cocktail. The Power of the Primes version had its problems for sure, but all those accessories were designed with him in mind in both modes. For the Netflix version, it just seems like they were pushed for time and someone said, hey, wait a minute, So it's a set of highs and lows. The robot mode looks great, and the accessories work well enough, but it's all dynamited into pieces when you're forced to landslide them all into the trailer. The other weird gimmick for this set is your chance to dig for Energon by opening up this muck, this wee tub of Play-Doh-like gunk that you dig through to find Energon cubes. Like in the show? Maybe? And it's fun? Maybe? After all the issues of where am I supposed to put all this with the rest of the set, the Energon cubes kinda feel like a hassle, and Energon cubes should never feel like a hassle. Sprinkling them into the trailer like croutons gave me no joy whatsoever, and I love croutons. Overall, I'd say that the gimmicks and the extras actively get in the way of enjoying Nemesis himself. Again, I know they have to justify the high price by throwing stuff in, and this was the most appropriate guff they had lying around, but if you're going to go big, you might as well just do this. Alright, so thank you for everyone who stayed and watched. Let's get those people in who left back at the start, so please hand back the phone to the person who gave it to you. And if you're in another room, it's safe to come back in now. Alright, okay, so yeah, it was weird that the spoiler pack included just the Gone, but Hasbro have been diversifying their titles lately,